Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Punatu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadidamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Do you ever feel as though you are hiding from the world? Maybe you're spending more and more time at home, or you find yourself withdrawing and going within more. And while that quiet feels really nice on one level, on another level, you feel that you are somehow hiding. And it can be physically, but it can also be a metaphor for hiding your gifts, your voice, and that part of you that came here to express, to contribute in some way. So if you've been feeling that way, or if you have felt that way, know that you are not alone, and all of us do this. Today I want to talk about this phenomenon, why we do it, and why there comes a point where we are moved again to propel ourselves outwards. This becomes essential not only for our growth, but ultimately for the fulfillment of each of our unique purposes and our beautiful destinies. Namaste and welcome to the Spiritual Wealth Podcast. I'm Alexandra Savitri Amba, Reiki Master, Vedic Healing Master and Priestess, and Spiritual Guide. Each week I share here wisdom, practices, and insights to help you awaken your spiritual power, manifest your dreams, and ultimately fulfill your unique divine purpose. So today's episode is about hiding, and specifically what this means, because when we are hiding, we are actually hiding our light, and it is an indication that we are actually shut down in some way. Now, sometimes that shutting down is important, but sometimes it is enough. And this topic came to me clearly because I have also gone through very deliberate periods of hiding where I knew I had to withdraw. And so if you're in one of those periods and you're struggling with it or frustrated by it, or maybe you're enjoying it, just start to think that that these are periods that are necessary. They're like seasons of healing, of reflection, of introspection. And while it is definitely important to step back from the world and reconnect within, we also must at some point start being out there again. Now, much of my life has been devoted to spiritual practice, meditation, healing work, retreats, pilgrimages, and learning from teachers. There is tremendous value in going within, but there is a difference between retreating and hiding. There's a difference between contemplation and avoidance. So sometimes what begins as a healthy and very, very necessary inner journey becomes a place where we get comfortable and we kind of spiral in. What happens is first of all, we can get depressed, which isn't good. We can also stop stretching ourselves and putting ourselves out there. And we can also stop sharing what we've learned, what we are here to express and to do. And sometimes also, I've seen this a lot with women because we love to move from one thing to another and study this and study that. And sometimes the trap becomes we think we need more education before we can share. But I would venture to say that if you are an adult, you are ready to share, because underneath that sharing is the expression of your life's work. And if you don't share, you are essentially hiding your life's work from the world. So if you're in a period of going within, ask yourself, is there a fear underneath there? Is there a fear of, oh, I'm not enough yet? Or is there a fear of other people criticizing you? Or is there a fear of, people have fears of failure or of success. So both might be there. Because what happens is once you start expressing your gifts, there's going to be a reaction. Because remember, if we think of everything as energy, energy out is mirrored by energy in. So there's going to be a flow. As soon as you start putting energy out, you're going to receive a reaction, energy in. And that can feel vulnerable. That can feel scary. But every soul comes here to express, and we come here carrying something completely unique to ourselves. I have a student who's extremely adept in a modality, and she has yet to share that gift with the world. And I know she is adept. I know all the years of study she has undergone and all the practice that she puts in to that modality. And yet she hasn't started really sharing it. So think about today the unique gift that you are carrying inside of you, and the unique gifts, plural, that you are carrying inside of you. You might want to write these down on a piece of paper as a reminder, because here's the thing. We are constantly somehow in a state of comparing ourselves to others. We look at others. Women look at women and naturally compare. I assume men do this also. And it's probably from survival of the fittest, where people would size each other up. And this was an energetic thing. It may not be a really conscious thing on your part, and it may be not verbalized, but inside there is a comparison game going on. Now, what if you just put that game aside, and if you see people in your, let's say, your area of expertise, and you see them and you learn from them, or you say, oh, isn't that interesting how she has expressed that? Isn't that interesting how he is putting that forth in the world? And so, as we move into comparison, we sometimes move into jealousy also. That's the other extension. So the spiritual practice puts us into the awareness of releasing all of that, because it is truly nonsense, this jealousy and comparison. There are never going to be two people exactly alike. So it doesn't even really do us any good to compare, especially in a way that is unhealthy. Now, many times we talk about your unique divine purpose. I even say it at the beginning of this podcast. And what I've noticed in talking to people in sessions is sometimes they're waiting to discover it. But the thing is, you have clues. You have clues in your energy field, in your past, in your childhood, in your present, that are prodding you on. And so it's not like one morning you get this plan given to you and it's for your whole life. It's all mapped out. Okay, here's your divine purpose. This is everything you've come here to do. No, this life is a life of exploration. You come as a soul to explore your unique beauty and gifts and life force expression. So your purpose is going to start revealing itself through engagement. And that's why hiding your light is no longer appropriate. Now, I'm especially saying this for those of you who feel stuck, who feel frustrated, who feel as if you are not fulfilling your potential. So really hear this. Hiding your light is no longer appropriate. And the only way to begin stepping into your purpose is to start engaging, start creating. We hear this expression, start putting yourself out there in the world. You know, when you're a little child, you are nurtured by your parents and then put into school. And in school, you're going to interact with other people. You're just a little child. And, you know, your mother puts you into a classroom. And then you express yourself because you've been expressing yourself. You can't not express yourself. We're always expressing. And even when you're hiding, that's a form of expression. So you're put into school and you start interacting with other people in a way you haven't done because you've just been interacting with your family. And so you just start being yourself. And as you do that, you receive reactions, and some of them not so great. So all of this is held in the energy field. This is why we do energy work. It starts getting held in the energy field, in the body, and creating impressions. So these impressions sometimes prevent us from self-expression in the way that we did when we were fresh as children, and they cause us to hide. And again, really hiding is a form of self-expression. So I'm encouraging you to hide as a way of, and probably that's not even the right verb. So go within is appropriate. Hiding your light, hiding in general is no longer appropriate. Because hiding has a little bit of a negative connotation. But, you know, sometimes you use it as a positive thing. You say, I need to hide in my house. And what that really means is you need to go within. So when I talk about hiding, I'm talking about the negative aspect of it. So your destiny is created in every moment by the inner work that you do, the awareness that you cultivate, and then the action that you take. Now, the inner work is absolutely essential. It is so important. It is so expansive. And otherwise, without that, I would say that your potential just remains potential. And potential is beautiful, but it doesn't change circumstances. It doesn't change lives. You're here to share and help other people, including yourself. So perhaps there's something within you that's asking you to move a little bit differently, to still do your inner work, but to also venture out into creating in the world in a more visible way. Ask yourself, what has been prodding me? What has been, I always say, tapping me on the shoulder? What has been kind of whispering to me? What have I been hearing in meditation that I need to pursue? You may not know how you need to pursue it, but it's just like a small kind of nagging nagging isn't so great of a word, but it's a persistent feeling or a persistent message. And then just start acting on it. I'm thinking again of the woman I mentioned who is very adept in her field and how she is waiting for something. And really what she's waiting for is the courage to step out there. This is where healing work is so valuable because it helps you identify what's stopping you. And then, and we can say healing work is the feminine aspect of creation, of fulfilling your destiny and purpose. And then action is the male energy. So we need that balance. And we are also always asking for the next step and listening. What is the next step? What am I to do? This is where surrender comes in. You are putting out there into the universe that you are ready to expand. What is the next best step I need to take? So if this message is resonating with you, ask yourself, where am I still hiding? And what is that next step that I could take towards me being more in tune with my own purpose? The world is not waiting for a perfect version of you, which, let me rephrase that, because let me say, you are already in your most perfect state. The thing is, you are, we are, I am, we always do this. We concentrate on the weak areas. And this is through years of receiving criticism or being overly sensitive to the world's reaction of ourselves, being self-critical. So you are actually, if you are here and listening to this, you are already a perfect expression of the divine. All you have to do is begin expressing that light in the world. Please don't wait anymore. So you will receive criticism, you will receive feedback, and you will learn to have a thicker skin and let some of that roll off of you, or you have your beautiful techniques that are going to help clear whatever you have picked up into your field and into your body. And that's why we do this work, this spiritual work, so that we can remain conscious and aware and clear at all times, because the world is challenging, but we have superhuman energies available to us. And this is what we tap into through our practices. This is what enables us to navigate this journey here on the material plane so much more beautifully. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sai Ram. Jai Guruji. Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. Hare Krishna. Om Namah Shivaya.